Hi Libra, and welcome to your 2020 July love reading. I said that the wrong way round, but never mind. It's good to have you all with me, so thank you for watching. Thank you to those of you who subscribed last month. As you know, it's a new channel, so I've only been going about a month, so I'm sort of building support for the channel, which is great. So it's lovely to have you on this journey with me. There will be a work and career reading coming out in hopefully the next week or so. So if you're interested in that area of your life, as always, please click the subscribe and notification bell so that you know when that video is uploaded. Okay, let's get on with it, Libra. So, Spirit, what advice do you have for Libra regarding love this month, please? Libra, please, Spirit. Libra. Let's be certain, Spirit, please. Libra, please. Jumpy cards. Oops. Okay, well, I was only planning to have 2 for the overarching energies, but they've given us 4, so let's see what we have. We have a win-win forecast. A win-win outcome is forecast, Libra, and actually that is for the full moon in Libra. So I'm not very good with moon cycles. I know we sort of just had an eclipse literally last night, but it's not my area of expertise, but I just noticed that because I'm doing a Libra reading. So let's see what the others are. A time to give rather than take. Confidence is your key to success. And nothing is yet set in stone. Okay, so it looks like some sort of success is on the cards for you, Libra, in the month of July regarding your love life. You know, it may be that you need to invest a bit more in your relationship, you know, in terms of your times, your emotions, etc, etc. And they're saying, you know, be confident here. If you have been in a situation where things haven't been going as you'd like them to go, be confident, you know, because that will lead you to a successful outcome. And there's definitely a successful outcome for you. As they said, a win-win outcome is forecast. So, you know, don't worry that you're sort of investing all the energy and you're not getting any sort of time or attention in return, because there may well be other reasons for that. And as they said, nothing is yet set in stone. So it may simply be that your partner is having to divert their attention to other things at the moment, or maybe they've been feeling, you know, emotionally a bit uncertain about their own lives at the moment. You know, that's very much sort of, you know, not one for you to get worried about, really. So let's have a look more deeply at this situation. We'll look at some oracle cards, and we will use some tarot in a moment. So I just wanted to use these first. More, please, for Libra, Spirit, please. Yeah, it looks like some sort of decision is going to be made. This card I love because it says come to the edge. It looks like you're on the edge of something, you know, really good. As you can see, she's throwing petals behind her. We have this lovely red heart shape. I don't know if you can see that on the camera. A heart shaped petal there, you know. And it feels like she's free. It feels like, you know, she's got loving energy around her, but she's ready to make some sort of step forward. She's on the edge of making a decision. And that could be why they're saying this win-win outcome is forecast, because that decision is about to be made. So if you're waiting on someone making a decision, or you've been trying to make a decision yourself, Libra, then that could, well, yeah, here we are, look. A change is in the wind. So, you know, this situation is changing. Whatever the situation is you've been concentrating on, it looks like it's changing. What else for Libra, please, Spirit? What's this one? Serendipity. Yeah, I mean, it'll happen when it's meant to happen. It's almost like it's in, you know, it's in the it's fated. You know, it will happen. Yeah, basically it's a sort of a divine timing situation, really. So just be confident that even though you've had to wait, you know, you may well have had to wait for this situation to resolve itself. Stay confident, you know, trust and have faith in the situation, Libra, because it will happen when it's meant to happen in the way that it's meant to happen. Seems like you have some divine guidance going on here in this relationship. Yeah, and here we are, look, they're saying, look, nothing is set in stone. So here we have the chop wood card, which is basically about getting on with everyday life, doing the things that you need to be doing, and, you know, concentrate on your life at the moment, Libra, especially if you're sort of in separation from somebody or things have been a bit tricky, rather than being having an emotional investment in the situation and worrying about the outcome. Be confident that this is a win-win outcome is forecast. So, you know, just be confident and change your focus to your everyday life. Okay. That seems a good way forward. I'm going to pull the love cards next. These are the John Holland Love Oracle. So let's see what else. What else, please, Spirit? New vitality, yeah. I mean, like we've said, this new decision is about to be made. There's some sort of step forward that's going to be taken either by you or your partner or, you know, the person you're interested in. If you have someone you're interested in, you know, it may be that you've got a new person coming into your life, you know, and it may well be that that's about to happen. And that's why you're seeing this. As I say, these readings are very general. So, you know, just take from it what applies to your situation, because it won't apply to all Libras, obviously. But if it does, then please take from it what you will. But definitely there's new vitality coming into this situation. So whatever this decision is, this step forward is, it's going to bring new energy. I'm going to push those up a bit because we're going to run out of space, I think. Okay, what else, please, Spirit? What else? Do you know, that is so odd. That is so odd. We have the card Change Your Focus. And, you know, that is so odd because when I was concentrating on the last row here, nothing is set in stone, you know, chop wood, get on with your everyday life, you know, you change your focus away from the emotional involvement. I actually used those words. And in that moment, I visualized this card from the other deck, from this deck, which we weren't using at the time. And I thought to myself, wouldn't it be interesting if that card came out? And sure enough, here it is. It's not under the same line, but it's under this line. You will see that I'm actually reading these downwards. I'm also reading them across. So, you know, I'm finding that a lot of my readings at the moment are reading downwards in perfect flow. So, you know, I do whatever Spirit asks me to do at the time. So, yeah, I mean, they're saying that a change is in the wind, as we know. This change is coming. You're going to have new vitality in a situation. So for the time being, they want you to change your focus. We had the initial card in this row that said a time to give rather than take. And it may be that they're asking you to change your perspective on this relationship. You know, if you feel that it hasn't been working for you because, you know, it's been one-sided or whatever, you know, it may be that Spirit are asking you here to look at the positives in this situation in order to move it forward, really, because this change is here. These decisions are being made and it is going to be looking very different during the month of July. You know, and that may just be that because of the circumstances we've all been in over the last few months, it may well be that, you know, your person is feeling more able to be more open, to be more giving. Maybe they're feeling better in themselves. Certainly the lockdown situation has created a lot of anxiety for a lot of people. Yeah, and here we have, I mean, as I'm saying it, they're saying there's more joy and stability coming into this connection. So do let me know if this resonates with you. I love to hear your comments. So please just take a moment to let me know how this resonated, as I said. Oh gosh, you know, this card has been coming up a lot recently. You know, it may be, I was just talking, wasn't I, about your partner, you know, may have been affected by the lockdown situation, may outwardly seem as though they're the same as they always were, but inwardly may be very stressed about things, you know, and here they are. And I do feel this is your partner's energy rather than yours, but it could well be yours. You will know what resonates with you. But here they are guarding their heart. They've put their heart behind railings here, or behind bars, as people would say, and they're keeping it in. It's like it's in a little cage. So, you know, it feels like there's been some self-protection going on. This could be your energy, could be your partner's energy, or the energy of the person you're interested in. It may be that you've been trying to make steps towards someone, but they haven't shown any interest. And it could simply be that they have been stressed about a situation, or that they're self-protecting for some reason. And that could be because of hurt in the past. It could be, you know, childhood issues. It could just be that they felt the timing wasn't right to get into a new relationship. All manner of things, Libra. Could have been any of those things. So, shall we do... No, we're not. We're going to go here. Gosh, I think we're going to end up using every single deck today, the way it's looking. I'm going to run out of space on the table. Okay, Spirit are ahead of me here. They've given us the card of power, which is equal to the strength card in tarot. So they're saying to you, you know, stay strong, because, as we've already said, this is this new vitality is coming into the relationship. So just hang in there, Libra. This is going to start in July, definitely. Yeah, I mean, they asked you, in this second row, they asked you to change your focus. You know, it's time to give rather than take. You know, don't expect your partner or this person you're interested in to be doing all the running. You know, equally, you know, appreciate where they're at, because they may be in this energy. But, you know, we have the card of deception and envy. And the feeling I'm getting from this at the moment is that you may be worrying that your person is not being honest with you, that your person is up to no good, that they're not interested in you, maybe they're playing you in some way. But although they've shown us this card, I'm getting the reverse of that feeling. And I know the card's not in reverse, but I work purely intuitively. And, you know, I'm very much getting the feeling they're saying, stay strong here, because things aren't as you think they are, you know. So if you feel that someone is up to no good, I don't feel that they are, to be honest, even though they've shown us this card. And when they gave us this initial card here, a time to give rather than take, I'm now wondering, because they've given us this deception and envy card, they're just saying to me, benefit of the doubt. So it may be that you need to give your person the benefit of the doubt in a situation, because things may not have been quite as you thought they were. We'll have a look. When we do the tarot, we'll have a look, and it'll be interesting to see if the Devil card comes up, but we'll have a look in a moment. Any more, Spirit, please? Yeah, I mean, they said, you know, there may well be obstacles and challenges along the way, or there may have been obstacles and challenges along the way, but they're still asking you to be confident like they were at the beginning of the reading, because there is joy and stability to be had here. It's just got to happen in the way that it was meant to happen, in the timescale that it was meant to happen. What else, please, Spirit? Can we have one more card, please, from this deck? Patience, yeah. They acknowledge that you've been patient, Libra. They're just saying to me, this is, although it's, you know, obviously down in the rows of reading, down in the rows of it, you know what I mean, further down in the reading, they're saying, you know, they acknowledge that you've been patient in a situation, and there may have been some obstacles and challenges that have made you doubt this situation. I'm going to move these up so we can do some more. But yeah, you know, Spirit are acknowledging you've had to be patient. You may have to be patient for a little bit longer, and it may be, as we say, this person that you're with, or that you want to be with, have maybe had to do some shadow work, do some inner work to make them feel comfortable to be in a position to be in a new relationship, or to revive your relationship with them, depending on your situation. So I'm going to go to tarot. Let's see what the tarot give us. We're going to go 2 for each one if we can, Spirit, please. Can we have 2 clarity cards for each one? Let's have a look. Why does Libra need strength? Why do they need this power card, please? Why is it here? Yeah, okay. So they're giving us the first one, which is the Judgment card. So they're asking you to be strong. They're asking you, you know, if this is a relationship that sort of interests you. Sorry, you couldn't see that off camera. It's the Judgment card. You can see this sort of new start starting, you know, you want it to be the right new start. You want it to start in the right way. And so they're asking you to, you know, rather than sort of leap in and judge the situation and have these doubts, they're asking you to be, what am I trying to say here? Sorry, bear with me. Yeah, they say, right, so sorry, Spirit was just saying to me, they're asking you to follow your own judgment, trust your own judgment. You see this lady in this card is making a joyful move forward. She's playing her music, she's got her butterflies, her cats. The energy feels light. So even though she's had to make this decision and she's had to be strong about it because, you know, it's not always been straightforward, she's actually... you know, stood by her decision making and, you know, been strong with it so that she can move forward. I must stop saying, you know. I get that when I can't find the words, I keep going, you know. Okay, and this is interesting because they've given us the 8 of Cups. You know, I've done it again, you know. There may have been a time when, you know, you felt quite happy with your love situation, that you felt things were on track, but in actual fact you felt sort of you weren't having your emotional needs being met. You felt that it was time for a fresh start, you know, and this is maybe what you've been feeling. Maybe, you know, you've been feeling disheartened about a situation. So although you were in a fairly good situation, Libra, you may have felt that it's time to just say, do you know what, I need my emotional needs meeting. And this is maybe why you've been having some doubts about this particular relationship. And it will all go back, I guess, to this feeling of patience, about whether or not you're patient enough to wait for this person who is trying to do this inner work, I feel, or is just very guarded in terms of relationships. But remember, we started this reading with a win-win outcome is forecast. So it depends whether or not, Libra, you have the patience or the will, because this is all about free will. These readings are only general guidance and, you know, suggestions for you, advice from Spirit, but, you know, they aren't set in stone, as this card said. So, you know, you do have your free will, but if you do feel that this relationship is one that you want to invest more time in, then certainly we have a win-win outcome forecast. And I'm going to pull a clarity card for that in a moment, but I'm going to just go along this bottom row. Tell us more about the deception and envy, please. The giving rather than taking, Spirit. We can't have that many. Take the first 2. Okay, the first 2. Okay, so you may have felt that you've been doing all the giving, or it may be a requirement. As they said, it's interesting because we have this lovely nurturing energy here of the Queen of Cups. You know, the Queen of Cups is almost like a motherly energy, very generous, very loving, very caring, very gentle sort of energy. It's interesting it's come up with the Three of Pentacles, because the Three of Pentacles asks us to work with other people. You know, that other people will help in this situation. I'm feeling that, I'm just pausing here to make sure I get this the right way around. Yeah. It's funny really, because the word, I'm pausing here because the word, Spirit have just said to me that there's been some planning going on. And it's almost like it may have been that you've been discussing this relationship with friends. And it's interesting because this isn't normally the card that, you know, I wouldn't normally attach that sort of feeling and description to this particular card, which is the Three of Pentacles. But for some reason, Spirit have brought it up in this context. So, you know, it may be that you've been having some doubts, and therefore, you know, you've been planning or talking to your friends about how you could possibly move this relationship forward. You may have been talking to work colleagues, because there's definitely, you can see them focusing on this one pentacle. They're trying to find a solution. That's what Spirit is saying to me. Sorry, I'm a bit slow Sunday afternoon. They're saying that, you know, there's a feeling that you've been trying to find a solution, and you've been maybe talking to other people about this relationship and about your sort of frustrations or your possible doubts you've been having, but your feelings also, because you still have loving and caring feelings towards this person, you know. So that's fine. And they're not giving any sort of advice tarot wise regarding which way to stay forward. They're just acknowledging that those are the feelings you've been having here, Libra. But you know, they like this giving energy. Spirit said to us in the beginning, it's a time to give rather than take. They've asked you to take your focus away from the negativity, because this change is coming. So let's have a look at where the obstacles and challenges fit in, and the serendipity, why they're asking you to be confident. Right, okay. So they're saying, despite the obstacles and challenges, which they talked about with the last oracle card, you know, look at all this brightness ahead of you. Look at all these, you know, the sunflowers, beautiful, happy, light flowers, these people dancing, this feeling of sort of joy, you know. Obviously this lady is very pregnant as well, and, you know, it just is a feeling of complete joy. So they're saying, you know, as they, oh, how funny. We had the joy and stability card just 2 lines ago. So despite any obstacles or challenges that are coming up, or despite any fears you may have about obstacles or challenges, Libra, joy and stability is definitely here, because look, it's sandwiched. The obstacles card is sandwiched between 2 very sunny cards that depict joy. Okay. So, you know, more positives than negatives here. Definitely more positives than negatives. Spirit, do you want to give us another card for that, please? Oops. Why? Why have we flipped the cards? Okay, let's redo that. Another one, please, Spirit. Is there another one for Libra? Or does that sum that bit up? Is there another one? Yeah, I mean, they're saying, you know, you have the Sun card, and I mean, the Star card has come up with the Sun card, and that is fabulous, because the Star card is very much about wishes being fulfilled. So here you have your, you know, your wishes being fulfilled, you're heading towards the sunshine in this situation. So I mean, basically they're saying, you know, the theme of this reading is very much about hanging in there, Libra, but, you know, it is your free will. You will make the decision you feel is right for you. But, you know, there is a possibility that this outcome is going to be really good for you. There's planning. Didn't I say the word planning? How bizarre. I said that earlier and said it was an odd word to come up. You know, the King of Wands energy is, you know, he's a king who is very good at pre-planning, at preparing things well. And Spirit is saying the reason that you've had to go on this journey, Libra, which for you has sometimes been really sort of frustrating and irritating, is because, you know, serendipity is here. You know, it's almost like fate is at work, and therefore you've had to go through those steps for you both to be ready to be in a positive relationship with each other. You know, and that is why. I mean, this king is very much, he's very commanding, I always think, in a very, when I say commanding, he's not commanding in a sort of a harsh way, but he's confident. Again, they asked you to have confidence. They said it's your key to success. You know, he's making plans, he's confident, but he's showing leadership here. He has direct eye contact with the cat, and the cat is listening to every word, you know? So, you know, this isn't about being told what to do in your relationship. This isn't about entering a relationship where you feel submissive in any way, shape or form, because there's no way I would advise that. But this is about you, again, having the confidence and the fact that Spirit is saying the reason they've taken you on this journey with the little obstacles and the patience that was needed is, you know, for a purpose. And relationships work when both people are ready to be in a relationship. So let's just see the final card here, please. The final tarot, please. Final tarot for Libra. What's the final tarot for Libra, please? Oops, it wasn't that one, it was this one. Yeah, I mean, they know you've been patient, because here we have the Two of Wands, and you can see this guy purveying his world. It doesn't need to be a guy, it can be a lady as well. You know, you will know who this is. But, you know, they've been taking a long time to make a decision. They've been purveying their world. They've been trying to weigh up all the pros and cons. And, you know, that may feel very sort of head-led rather than heart-led. But it sort of fits with this energy of feeling guarded. You know, when I think people are in the energy of guarding their heart space, sometimes they rely on their head to make decisions in romance for them. And it doesn't normally end up brilliantly. They need to do this work to find their way through. So you will know whose energy that is, because you will know what resonates with you, Libra. So, okay. Thank you for that, Spirit. I am going to now go with which one should we go to? Are we ready for Romance Angels? Yeah, we're ready for Romance Angels. Okay, let's see what messages we have for Libra, please. What are the messages for Libra? Given us 3. How many do you want us to have, please? First one and that one. We don't want this one. Okay, that's 2. There may be more. Ooh, wow. Wow, wow, wow. Now, didn't we say? And this may be why you've got somebody in the energy here who's feeling afraid, because it said trust that this situation is calling for you to have faith. I hope you can see that, because these cards are quite small. And the next one is true love. And it says, this is the romance of a lifetime. Can you see that? Hopefully. I hope you're not getting too much reflection from the window, because it's very bright today. So, yeah, I mean, this is why they're sort of suggesting, as I said earlier, there's almost a feeling that they're saying to you, hang on in there, because nothing was set in stone at the moment. You know, throughout July, it looks like you're going to see changes to this situation, and a positive outcome will come of it, despite the sort of hurdles you may have here, Libra. And this is why they're asking you to trust this situation, have faith that, you know, it is about serendipity, it is about, you know, being patient, but we already know that you're heading for sunnier times, and we already know that your wishes are going to be fulfilled. And here we are. It says true love. This is the romance of a lifetime. So despite its hurdles, this is one that is potentially worth waiting for. And actually, let me shuffle again, because it will be interesting to see what further advice do you have. What further advice do you have for Libra, please? This may well be why that person is scared. There's somebody here that is scared, because if it's true love, that can be quite... Oh yes, Libra. Oh yes. Wow. Look at this. Can you see that? Calling in your soulmate. It says your prayers, affirmations and visualizations help to bring you together. So keep the faith, keep positive. You've got your true love on the card. Some of you may well be in a soulmate or twin flame situation here. I am planning to do some soulmate and twin flame readings soon, once I've got the love readings done for this month. So that'll be interesting to see how many resonate. As I say, do subscribe and click the notification bell so you know when those come up, because this looks like a very interesting month ahead for you, Libra. You know, this person, and this may well be, because soulmate and twin flame relationships can freak people out, to be honest. I speak from experience. Gosh, yes. And, you know, sometimes that loving feeling is so strong that it can make people back away from the situation rather than come forward. And it takes time for you all to sort of be on the same page at the same time. That would explain a lot. So I'm pleased we've had that clarity. Thank you, Spirit, for that. Okay, Libra, I'm going to leave it there. I hope that you enjoyed the reading. As I say, please subscribe, click notification and a like if you enjoyed the reading. And I would love to hear your comments to see how it resonated. And for those of you who are interested in the soulmate to twin flame relationships, please drop me a comment underneath so that I, you know, make sure that, you know, I get on and do them. Basically, I'm still finding my routine. Okay, so it's been lovely to read for you, Libra. I hope you have a happy July, and I will speak to you soon. Bye.